The Fox 61 News at 6 starts now.
All right, you are looking at exclusive video obtained by Fox 61 of the moments after a deadly shooting in New Haven overnight. We're told 2 people are dead and a 3rd is in critical condition. Good evening and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. Police say a man is believed to have shot 2 women before turning the gun on himself. 2 children were also inside the home, and one of those women died.
Fox 61's Victoria Anderson joins us now from New Haven with what we've learned and exclusive information from the city's mayor. Victoria.
Yeah, Brent, we've had crews out here on Congress Avenue all day. Here's what we know now. New Haven officials told us they believe this was a domestic situation that escalated. They said a man turned a gun on his girlfriend and shot her. She is now fighting for her life in a hospital. He then turned a gun on her friend who was in the home. She succumbed to that gunshot wound and was found dead on the scene. He then turned the gun onto himself. Police told us that this is nothing short of a tragedy for every single party involved.
It's that time of the year when families are together, but there's also a lot of domestic violence at this time of the year. And it looks like this is a domestic violence tragedy.
Officials say it was the 13-year-old child of the woman now fighting for her life who made the call to 911 from inside. Now this exclusive security footage shows police, EMS, and fire swarming the street. Inside the home, they found the man dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound and 2 women who had been shot. EMS was able to transport one of the women to the hospital. New Haven police tell us the man has a previous record with domestic violence as well as assault and robbery, but not with either of the female victims. Pardon me. And as we mentioned, that woman is still fighting for her life tonight. She's in critical condition, and we will bring you any updates as we get them in. New Haven police told us that they're looking for information. This is still an open investigation, and they're looking for anything that neighbors may have heard or locals may know. Reporting in New Haven, Victoria Anderson, Fox 61.
We just learned about 45 minutes ago, a woman from Connecticut has been identified 18 years after her body was found in Tennessee. A nonprofit called DNA Doe Project says 40-year-old Mary Maloney lived near Nashville before she disappeared. A police officer found her in November of 2007 in a wooded area in Laverne. We reached out to local police, and they said that they'll have more answers for us tomorrow.
The father and son who died in a car crash in Bristol over the weekend have been identified now. Police say 35-year-old Ismail Duran and 12-year-old Ismail Pacheco of Waterbury died Saturday morning. Officials tell us a 10-year-old son survived the crash. Investigators say they crashed into a tree on Willis Street. We don't know what caused that crash. And Enfield police released the name of a woman killed in a car crash last week. They say a 45-year-old Catherine Gonzalez was hit by a car on Thursday while walking near the intersection of Hazard Avenue and Glenarden Lane. She later died at a hospital. Police say the driver of the car that hit her stayed at the scene and is cooperating with their ongoing investigation. And new at 6 tonight, a New Haven jury found Willie Dundee guilty yesterday of stabbing a person at Union Avenue train station on New Year's Eve. Court documents say Dundee stabbed the person twice in the lobby. Police say that person did survive. Officials say they caught Dundee right after the stabbing. Investigators found a folding knife and a box cutter in a trash can nearby. The court says Dundee will be sentenced in February.
Stratford Police Chief Joseph McNeil has resigned effective immediately. Mayor Laura Hoydick made the announcement earlier today. Now, she didn't say why he resigned. We have calls out to learn more about that. But Deputy Chief Paul Dos Santos is now the acting police chief. And she says he brings substantial experience, institutional knowledge, and a demonstrated commitment to the town. And in New Britain, Republican Jamie Vaughn launched his campaign for the 25th Assembly District seat. The position is now open ever since Bobby Sanchez was sworn in as mayor of New Britain. The special election will be January 6th. Vaughn is a Marine veteran and city constable. He says he's running to make the city and state more affordable and safe with a focus on lowering property taxes, reducing electric bills, and boosting local job growth. Former Mayor Aaron Stewart has endorsed him. Vaughn says he'll meet voters in the coming weeks. Now to the weather. We're in for a rainy night. Look at that already. The showers are starting across the state. Our team isn't expecting any damage or power outages, but
no, but the rain may impact your commute tomorrow morning if you're making a commute tomorrow morning. A good many of you are. Meteorologist Sam Zampieri is here now with the first check of the forecast. Sam.
Well, Sarah and Brent, the steady rain will be over with just in time for tomorrow morning's commute. And this is just a steady light rain right now. So that's good news. And again, we're not expecting any severe weather or any damaging winds out of this system. Well, we do have a pretty good breeze out there. I'll show you that in a second. Meanwhile, here's the back edge of that rain. So all this rain has to move through before we taper off to some areas of fog and drizzle tomorrow morning. Visibility's down a little bit, not a lot of fog. This will happen after midnight towards tomorrow morning as the rain tapers off. Temperatures very mild, upper 40s to lower 50s. Winds right out of the south, 5 to 10. And let's see what the latest wind gusts. Not really too gustiness, so I'm not concerned at all. So overnight, we'll have that rain. It'll be mild and temperatures in the low 50s, upper 40s tomorrow. Warm with a spotty shower, especially late in the day with high temperatures up near 60. Here it is, 40s to near 50 tonight. And yes, it will be damp and mild. A bit of sun maybe. But for most of us, it'll be cloudy and warm, late showers by tomorrow evening. Look at the temperature profile, up near 60 in some towns. So again, coming up, I will detail your Thanksgiving Black Friday forecast, and we'll look ahead through the whole holiday weekend, guys.
All right, Sam, we'll see you in a minute. The day before Thanksgiving is now more commonly known as Blackout Wednesday or alternately Drinksgiving. The Department of Transportation is reminding people to avoid drunk driving during the holiday season. Fox
61's Alicia Hercules spoke with the DOT and a local bar owner to get a sense of how busy it's going to be tomorrow.
Tara Murdo, the owner of the Corner Tavern in Naugatuck, says the day before Thanksgiving is one of their busiest times of the year.
You actually see the increase in customers start to come as schools, as college starts to let out. Thanksgiving Eve is the penultimate of that just blows away almost every other bar night that you have.
She says she has extra bartenders on staff to accommodate the rush.
We do monitor people's drinking to make sure that they are not drinking to an extent that they're going to go and drive and possibly hurt somebody else.
Murdo says it's important for bar staff to step in when necessary to protect their patrons and others on the road.
We will call the cops on them if they are inebriated and will not give up their keys or call an Uber to us. I don't have a problem doing that, and neither do any of my bartenders.
According to the State Department of Transportation, between 2020 and 2024, during the Wednesday before Thanksgiving through the Monday after, there were 83 crashes involving an impaired driver that resulted in 76 injuries and 8 deaths. Eva Zamaris, the spokesperson for the DOT, says it's important to have a clear plan before any drinking begins.
So that's designating a sober driver, that's planning to use a taxi or a rideshare service or public transportation.
She also encourages people to intervene if they see someone trying to drive after drinking.
They might be upset, they might be mad, they might be frustrated in the moment, but when they wake up tomorrow and they're safe and they're alive, they're going to be so grateful that you stepped in and intervened.
Murdo says no matter how you choose to celebrate, make sure you're doing it safely.
Have a great time, enjoy your friends, plan accordingly. If you think you're going to drink too much, have a D&D in your group. You know, don't play around with anybody's lives, let alone your own.
The DOT also encourages drivers to call the police immediately if they spot someone driving impaired on the road. In Newington, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.
West Haven police caught more than 100 people who were gathered at an illegal cockfighting ring over the weekend. 7 people are behind bars. Take a look at these pictures we have from police. They say this was a makeshift wooden cockfighting ring on Saturday. Officers tell us they found loose feathers, chicken spurs, and blood spatter. Animal control officers seized almost 3 dozen roosters. Some of them were even dead. Investigators say people came from the tri-state area for the event. 3 people who were charged are from Connecticut. The other 4 are from New York.
Attorney General William Tong is suing the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development to stop what he calls drastic and unlawful changes that would push thousands of people into homelessness. The multi-state lawsuit seeks to block new HUD rules that slash funding for permanent housing, restrict renewals, and impose ideological requirements on service providers, including limits on gender recognition and mandates people living with homelessness accept services before getting housing. State officials say the changes could cut support by up to 70% and endanger more than 2,000 people in Connecticut who rely on those programs as winter approaches.
A new state audit finds significant financial oversight problems at Eastern Connecticut State University. The report was released today. Auditors say the school and the Board of Regents failed to properly monitor travel and purchasing card spending, including several transactions by the university president that lacked required approval or documentation. The audit also flags payroll errors like miscoded holiday hours that led to more than $1,000 in overpayments, which still haven't been recovered. Auditors found missing records for more than $65,000 in receipts and inadequate paperwork for payments to part-time lecturers. The report includes 11 findings, some of them repeat issues, and calls for stronger internal controls across the university.